What's going on, YouTube? Tom here, and I got a quick little knife review for you guys today. I have this knife on loan from a coworker for sharpening. Figured it'd be a good time to do the review on it, just because I have it for the day. I've handled this knife quite a bit, even used it a little bit, so I know a little bit about it. What we have right here is the Benchmade Grizzly Ridge. This is based on their Grizzly Creek. It's basically the exact same knife, just with a different handle. I'll throw a picture up on the screen of the Grizzly Creek right now. Literally the exact same knife, just different handle material and some color. This one has what they call a dual Durometer handle. Basically, it has two different types of handle material. The gray pieces right here are like a rubbery material, and the orange is like a harder plastic or a polymer. Let's go over a little bit of the specs real quick. 3.5 inch blade length with 124 thousandths blade stock, 7.84 inches overall length, 4.34 inches closed, 0.58 inches in handle thickness, so that's a decently thick handle, and 3.77 ounces for the weight, which really isn't too bad. Let's do a little bit of a couple size comparisons here. Kershaw Atmos. Bigger than the Atmos for sure. Spyderco Delica, as you guys can see right there, a little bit bigger than the Delica. Definitely more blade length or cutting edge. And another Benchmade comparison, the Anthem. So right in the same ballpark as the Anthem. Alright, so real quick, let's go over my likes of this knife right here. The fit and finish on this knife was absolutely perfect. As you guys can see, the blade grinds were really nice. Let me focus here. The blade grinds were really nice. The edge grinds were super nice. The handle was finished well. The blade centering is absolutely perfect. Dead center. I know it doesn't look like it on the camera, but I promise it is dead center. Action's nice. Open smooth. Drop shut. But not like your traditional drop shot. I like that little bit of almost like controlled drop shot action. The blade steel is S30V, so that's a good thing. I like the style of thumb studs and axis lock studs on this knife. So if you guys can actually take a look here, this is a little bit different than normal. It's like a rounded thumb stud on the sides compared to your normal Benchmade. I don't have a normal Benchmade here. I'll try and put a picture up. They're more like concave, and they have jimping all up and down the sides. These are a little bit easier on your thumbs. That's all there is to it. It's a little bit nicer to use. I do like the color. So instead of keeping one of their hunting knives with their classic wood texture or black and white G10, this is like a gray, but it has a bunch of orange accents, which is awesome for its actual use. It's intended to be a folding hunting knife. And if you drop this in the woods, you're definitely not going to lose it. This knife also has full skeletonized liners. Get you guys a good look inside of there. This knife does have full liners, and as you guys can see down inside of there, they are skeletonized, which is why for a knife with full liners, this is actually pretty light at 3.77 ounces, just because they milled out those pockets in there. It has some awesome jimping all the way up at the very front of the blade. Right here, so for its intended use as a hunting knife, if you want to skin something, you can choke all the way up, and you actually have something to place your front finger on, which is actually really nice. You have a little bit of grip up there. The blade shape is actually really nice as well for its use. It has that little bit of recurve in it. A lot of skinning knives are using just a little bit of recurve. I think it helps cut a little bit better. Don't ask me though. I don't hunt. I don't skin animals. It's just, I don't know, not my thing. But that seems to be a pretty common feature, so I'm assuming that it works pretty well for a lot of the hunters. They really nailed this, actually. The clip rides on the hard plastic, which is actually really nice. If it was on top of this rubbery material, there'd be no way you could get it in and out of your pocket. They made sure that it sat on this hard plastic piece, so it slides in and out of your pocket a little bit easier. And the last thing that I really like about this knife is the open construction. You just have your blade stop, or you just have your stop pin, as well as your two standoffs back here in the back. Other than that, it's completely open, easy to wash out, easy to clean after you're done skinning with it, which is perfect for its use. Alright, let's get into the dislikes a little bit. Just a couple here. So, the blade shape. I know I just said I like the blade shape, but I don't like the blade shape just for the simple fact that for your average user, a recurve is a little bit hard to sharpen. Albeit this one is a very mild recurve, it's not too bad at all. And most people probably could sharpen it, it's just something that adds a little bit of difficulty. The other thing I don't like is the rubber. Benchmade calls this VersaFlex. It's the same stuff that they use on the Freak and the Boost. I've had a Freak, I just don't like the material that much just because of the fact that it makes it difficult to get in and out of your pocket, and it also wears kind of quick. If you guys actually take a look here on the corners, my coworker has actually wore through the rubber here on the corners, and he's down into the plastic underneath. So it's just not a material that has a lot of longevity from what I've seen. The only other thing I don't like about this knife is the orange right here around the clip screw holes. Now this is me being very, very picky, but at the same time it adds color and draws your attention away from the rest of the knife. I don't know, they could have just left that gray and people would have found it just fine. Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe it's just because of that plastic up underneath this orange and they had to make that come through instead of the rubber. I'm not really sure. Otherwise, this is a great knife if you're looking for a nice folding hunting knife, which is what this is marketed at. Not my personal taste as far as it comes to pocket knives, but if you're looking for a knife that you can use as an everyday carry and then possibly take out to the field to maybe field dress a deer or something like that, this would definitely fit the bill. Just a real quick review for you guys if you guys are looking to purchase this knife. I think it would be a good purchase if it fits kind of what I've talked about as far as its uses go. If you guys want to pick up this knife, I'm going to put the link to it down in the description below. If you guys use the link down below in the description, it actually helps the channel out so I can continue to make videos just like this. That being said, if you guys want to see more videos just like this, hit the subscribe button down below, like the video, and comment for other knives that you'd like to see me review. As always guys, thanks for watching and have a great day.